Hello, here we are today in Castleton again. We've had a drive over. Olive wanted to Peveril Bakery again, pick up some bits, and we were also going to go back up Stanage Edge. But upon seeing what Mam Tor looks like today, we've got no choice but to have a pop at it. Oliver saw it and it said it looks that good. We're going to have a try at climbing Mam Tor, which we've done before, but not when it looked like that. It looks extreme. There's people up there already, so we know it's accessible. We know we can get up there. We've come layered up with winter gear. We're kind of like as ready as we can be. We're going to drive right to end of the broken road side, which is what we climbed before when we did Mam Tor. It's probably the least touristy way to climb Mam Tor. It's a lot longer than driving. You can drive halfway up and like park quite high up on Mam Tor, and it makes the journey much shorter, which is what a lot of people who have climbed Mam Tor, and I'm not belittling their achievement if that's what, you know, some people don't want to take on the longer route, and that's it is, but we're going to try from the bottom of the broken road today. The broken road is named so because it used to be a fully functioning road, and then when Mam Tor's landslide happened, which caused this kind of flat face that we look at from Castleton side, that broke the road up, and from there obviously the access to the road was lost. It's quite interesting. It's a very high walk, and it's going to be very cold. But as I say, I think we're equipped for it. If not, we shall abandon. You know, I've got Oliver with me today, not both at kids. So if he gets too cold or decides it's too much, we'll call it a day. I mean, he's done it before. He literally ran up last time we did it, but as I say, it was midsummer when we did that, so we'll have to see how today goes. I mean, even down here, it's cold. You know, I'm not gonna have you on it. It's cold. So we'll just have to see. We'll see what happens. It should be a good journey, and I mean, it looks absolutely fantastic. I've never seen it looking as impressive as it is at the moment. So we're gonna have a go. I'm gonna drive up to Palmer Old Road now, Broken Road, and we'll talk to you when we get there. So we just parked car. We're at base of Mam Tor now, and we couldn't drive as far as we did last time. But it only had half a kilometre onto a journey, something like that. We're at bottom of Broken Road now. Mam Tor's back there in all its majesty. Our Oliver looks like something out of bleeding ISIS. It's certainly not going to get cold. Other than being a bit cold and it's an absolute grand day. I mean, sun's shining. So it looks a good day for it. You can see Castleton behind us. Don't know if sun's making glare a bit too much for you to see on that. You can see where road broke when landslide happened. You can see that they attempted to patch it numerous times. You know, and I don't know if you can see that on photo. It caused cambers like that and all sorts. And I think after numerous times of it happening, they're just trying to sort this road out. And now it's used as bottom of the journey up from this side. There's actually multiple routes you can go. You can actually climb up these. There's numerous ways and walk along the ridge all the way up to Mam Tor. Come our way, you can drive around to the side of it and have a pop from that side. There's all sorts of ways you can take it on. So I mean, when we did it in summer, we actually came down that bit. We came down there instead of walking back round this way, which is not something we'll be attempting today. Looks like a bit of a suicide mission. Tried that, but we'll have a go. We'll see. We could carry on up Broken Road from where we are, but we've reached this little off-roading bit that we're going to have a try. It just takes us off-road a little bit and then we rejoin Broken Road a bit further up, just to gaze a little bit more of that Mother Nature feel. So that's what we're going to do. And right here we have a perfect example of why it's called the Broken Road. I'm just going to flip the camera up there. That's the road, and this is where landslide caused it to fall away, and you've just got broken bits of tarmac where it all went down the valley. So that's you know, like, look how far this bit's moved here. This was originally like over here, and it's gone right over there, and as you can see, massive craters in it, ravines, and I think it's like this level of like destruction that they even bothered to stop and repair it. So a bit more fun than just walking on flat road though. So I mean, someone's been up here on a bleeding bike this morning, which is brave for them, considering how icy and wet it is. And this wind is strong. We're getting through. Yeah, we'll do it. So we'd stop and have 2 minutes. I'd say we're about maybe a third of way, maybe a quarter, I'm not really sure. It's gone very calm. Not a great deal of wind. The sun is beaming down, making it reasonably warm. I mean, I'm not saying it's warm, but compared to, if you asked me half an hour ago, it was absolutely bleeding freezing. So got a nice view over Castleton from where we are. It's like, I can't really film it because the sun's making it a little treacherous. There's a few camper vans up here and stuff. They must have access from other side, I think. That's all I can think, because there's no way, even with 4x4 tyres, there's no way they got up here from that way we've walked. So from where we are now, we swing a right at this upcoming turn, and then we're on kind of like the direct ascent up Mam Tor itself. We're kind of still at the base at the moment. I guess you'd consider that we're still at base at the moment. So as long as that wind stays away, I think we've conquered the most difficult bit, if I'm honest with you, because the wind was making Oliver struggle. And we're actually at entrance to Blue John Cavern. That's over that way again. I don't know if you can actually see because it's sun, but I'll have to see what it comes out in footage. Little man's just having a bit of a sit down. You okay, Oliver? Yeah, good lad. So we'll carry on as ascent. It's just there. From here it looks a lot more achievable than it did from when we... So I think we'll be okay overall. As long as that wind holds off, I'm sure we'll be fine. So we've come down off of Mam Tor now. It got a bit too cold for Oliver. He asked if we could call it, so not a problem. We did make it to Tree Point today, but we always knew it was going to be like just seeing snow coverage on it. We always knew it was going to be pretty ludicrous to attempt it. We got, if I just spin camera. Sadly, wind were a bit too much for us today as a team, and that's what it's all about, is team effort. I didn't want to push it through when they weren't enjoying it. We'll come back another day, probably when it's a bit warmer. We'll do it again. So as I said, when it was summer, he literally ran up it. So I know we can do it, and there's no shame in being sensible and saying, look, enough's enough. I mean, we could have put another like couple of layers of clothes on, but there's only so restrictive and uncomfortable you can make it for yourself. So I mean, even if it had been a little warmer, it wouldn't have stopped the wind. And there's always a portion of your face exposed no matter what. So as I say, just it's for another day. I've no idea how far we've walked. The pedometer, I don't think we'll take into account the elevation either. I'd say I think from memory, I think Mam Tor's about 533 metre, I think 550, something in that region. I'd say we climbed 450 of it. We were very close from where we started to achieving it. And as I say, a good day out with my boy. Nice walk. Got to test my new boots out, and they did come in handy because I was down to ankle at one bit. I've got some new for Christmas. Beth got me some Berghaus Expeditor. I think they're called Expeditor Ridge 2s or Expeditors. I'm not really sure on the exact wording, but the sites that I looked on, they are classed as one of the top lighter walking boots. So they're not one of the really heavy winter pairs, because I do like to wear them day in day out for work and stuff, because they're so comfy, they're solid, and I would say that they are an upgrade. I bought them in for the last 4 or 5 years. I thought I've always had Berghaus boots, and I would say this year these Expeditor 2s are probably the best ones that I've had. They certainly fit. I mean, for a first walk, I mean they fit like slippers. I'm feeling, my feet feel completely fine in them, so I'd recommend them if anyone's looking for some new boots. Berghaus Expeditor Ridge 2, I think they were in region 120 quid, which, depending on where your price point is, I'd say they're about mid-range on price point. We've swapped hats as well because Oliver got a bit cold and my hat pulls down a bit further. Show you that. Managed to pull it down over his head a bit further, even though it's not quite as warm as his Berghaus one. But we're good. It were all about, just doing best for for the team, and I were a lot warmer. I think it's due to being a bit unfitter and probably sweating a bit more than he was. So we swapped hats. So yeah, I mean we didn't reach summit, but I would still consider this a success. So we're getting back down off it. We're coming back down Broken Road now. We're walking in fresh snow. Probably the best grip we can get, which is allowing us to make quite good time. I'll tell you something. Coming down with the wind at your back, rather than going up the snow with your wind in your face, is almost a dream. It's like someone's just flicked the switch onto easy mode, because what took us probably an hour and a half, no, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, we've got back down in like maybe 20. And I know we're not in the car yet, but wow, such a different journey on the way down. And I just switched camera. There she is, Mother Hill. We'll be back. So we're fully down off Mam Tor now. We're just going to have a quick explore of somewhat at base of Mam Tor, which we didn't see last time we came, but I did see it way up, and I thought we'll have a look at it later. Called the Odin Mine, which looks quite interesting. And there were a note on the gates, or on the little sign saying that the fences are there to control livestock and not you. So I guess on a slightly drier day, we'll go and have a look up there. Don't want to. Looks a bit slippy and difficult today, but we'll definitely go up there another day. But as you can see, this is. But look, this certainly looks more like a cave than a mine. Some nice big rock to get your feet in, so it's quite easy, not all too slippy. Wow, this is a serious cave effort. And we're in. And my understanding is that they used to mine iron, and probably in this region at World Blue John, maybe not on this, in this specific cave bit, but certainly in these areas. Coming right to the back, can't give you a sense of what we're in. And this is ever so accessible. It's just at the bottom of the broken road. I suppose if it was smashing it down, it'd be a decent spot to get your picnic blanket out and have a little bite to eat in here, because it's very dry compared to out there it is. So that's the end. That were the old entrance to the Odin mine. Quite fun. Nice little landmark. I'm gonna get down now and get back to the car. Just gonna have a quick proper look at Odin's mine just from out here. There looks to be, I don't know if this were where the original actual deep mine was up there. Not completely sure, but that's the cave that we've just been in. That's absolutely wonderful. And as you can see, you just see Mam Tor there peeking through back in at trees. I would like to go up there. So back down at car now. I just took all his gear off, fleece, snood, all that stuff. I'm gonna get back into it. Nice warm car. Rav gets that warm. Don't want that on while we're driving. Just overlooking Crushing Circle here, which is site of I believe it's where they used to mill like old flour and stuff like that. You can just see one at Millstones left there. That's just a little feature at base of the, you know, this side of Mam Tor. We'll have a look down there next time we come up here when we've got a bit more time. And as for the other hill, we'll see you again. We'll get you next time for sure. Probably not come in these conditions again. It was a tad much for that little lad, but it's been good. Done it. Pedometer says we've done about just under 7 kilometres, which makes it a success when you consider that 3.5 of it were up some really punishing terrain with the wind directly in his face. Oliver's just getting a bit of sustenance in, and you know, an enjoyable experience overall. I mean, it's really woke us up, but a lot of fresh air, nice little journey. So we'll see you next time. Hopefully we'll get down to Stanton in the Peak next time, or certainly I will. I mean, that is one that is a little bit more kid friendly. That was the one that I had planned to take both at Dudes. I show you a bit of my gear that we got for Christmas as well, between us, going towards our summer camping, well, as backpack camping stuff. You know, it's not arrived yet because, you know, since we bought it, there's been a Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Sunday today, Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow. So I'm not expecting any of it turning up for a while. But I'll do a quick video on that, show you some of what we've bought. I'm certainly going to put the tent up. Beth says it's a bit pathetic, but it's a new bit of gear and I'm going to want to play with it, so I'm going to set that up as soon as it comes and probably film myself doing it so you can have a laugh at how terrible I am at doing it. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share my video, get a few others who are interested, and we'll talk soon.